Hello everyone, John here again with Adventures in the South. We're about to head out on another adventure. We're going to be heading to Buck Hall Recreation Area, which is in between Georgetown and Charleston. We're going to be there for a couple of days. We're going to do some fishing there. Got the truck loaded up, got the boat loaded up, all our fishing gear, and we're ready to roll. So we're gonna make the short trip about an hour 45 minutes depending on traffic, and it looks like we're gonna have some nice weather the next couple days. We've got a chance of some thunderstorms today, but after that we should be good to go. All right, so we'll take you along for the journey. I'm soaking wet. So we made it here, and it started raining, so I decided not to film us unpacking or anything. Spared you that, but because we hustled to get everything up, but we were able to get everything up and before it really started pouring. Set up our screen room over this concrete picnic table. I've already cracked open a brew. There's nothing that I'm like ready to drink a bunch of them. But so we're in one of the 5 tent sites. There's 5 of them. They're all primitive, no electric, but they do have water, and the water's right over there. We're in tent site number 1. I went all out this time. I took out my gas stove, my Blackstone griddle, and my Cabela's stainless steel gas grill. It's pouring down rain. There's our tent. Gotta get a shot of it better. Once it stops raining, I'll get outside and show you the campsite. I really like it. There is a lot of trees that kind of shelter you from the heat. Really beautiful campground. Nice. But I think we're gonna enjoy this. Tomorrow's supposed to be really pretty. 80s, upper 80s, sunny, very small chance of rain. Tonight's gonna be down in the 70s, low 70s. I don't even know if you can hear me with all this racket of the rain, but anyways, once it stops raining, I'll check back in with you. What's up, everybody? Okay, we're finally settled in. I took a nice nap after we got here. It started raining again. Andrew's eating. Everything's set up. Tony's in the tent. Mom and Chris are on their way here. Probably gonna get here after dark. It's still stormy. It just stopped raining. So I'm gonna be cooking, and I'm gonna show you how to prepare beef ramen noodles. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna prepare beef. Well, I did prepare those for Andrew, as you can see. Actually, we're going to be doing a shrimp Creole. So this is what we have, our ingredients. We have some white wine, olive oil, diced tomatoes, petite diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, 2 cans of each, chicken broth, salt and pepper. We have some thyme and some bay leaves. I also have 2 bags of small shrimp that are already peeled and deveined, tail off. And I diced all of this up at home to make it easier. That has some green bell pepper in it, celery, onions, and garlic. And then also we have rice that we pre-made at home, a bowl of rice. Oh yeah, and the elusive original Creole seasoning that we're going to use. And so that's all of our ingredients. We're going to get this cooking up. Alright, so I got a burner lid. I'm just going to have it on low heat. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit, not too much. Onion, bell pepper, and garlic and celery mixture. Because I'm suspecting that I'm not going to have enough room for all of this. So I'm going to cook this 2 times. We still have quite a bit left here, as you can see. So we're going to saute that olive oil. I'm going to put some salt and pepper there. A little bit of salt here. Salt shaker. It's so humid that the salt shaker's clogging up. That should be enough salt. And some pepper. A good bit of pepper. Alright, and we'll just saute this for a few minutes until it gets nice and tender and cooked. And then I'm going to put a little bit of white wine in here. With this, not too much, just a little bit. I didn't follow the recipe that I found exactly. It didn't call for olive oil, it called for butter. So I'm just altering it a little bit. I'd rather use olive oil. So I'm going to keep sauteing this. I want this to reduce down a little bit, especially the liquid. So I'm only going to do half a recipe. I'm only going to do 1 can of tomatoes, 1 can of sauce. I'm going to put some chicken broth in. I'm not even going to measure it, but it calls for, I want to say like half a cup. So I can roughly figure out how much a half a cup is. I didn't bring a measuring cup. It's okay. This is the perfect place to have shrimp Creole, right here on the South Carolina Lowcountry, Intracoastal Waterway, salt marsh. Perfect place to cook shrimp Creole. Okay, so everything looks like it's fully cooked now. It's starting to cook down the liquid. I'm going to throw a little bit of this white wine, just a little bit, not much. Maybe a quarter of a cup. A tiny bit, and I'm going to reduce this. Okay, so this is reducing down good. I got a lot of talking in the background, so please excuse that. But this is reducing down good. The wine is already reduced down. I'm going to put in my chicken broth. I'm going to put in maybe half a cup. That should be good. Maybe a little bit more. No exact science on this. Hopefully this is going to taste okay, but I'm going to put more salt and pepper in here because I just don't feel like there's enough. I still have all my seasonings I'm going to put in. My salt shaker is so humid that it does not want to shake. Alright, so we're good there. That should be enough. I'm going to cook this just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in our diced tomatoes. So our tomato sauce. Stir this up good, and I'm gonna throw in our shrimp and then put in our seasonings. And that was a good call on just doing half a recipe because this is going to be full. I'm only feeding 4 people, so this is already looking really good. Look at that, how beautiful that looks. I'm gonna throw the shrimp in. I prefer to use fresh shrimp, but I happen to have these shrimp, so we're just going to let this cook for a while. We want the shrimp to turn pink. It's going to take a while because they're frozen. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting in some of my other ingredients, such as my Cajun seasoning. I'm just going to sprinkle in a generous amount. The recipe that I did use actually called for Tabasco, but this stuff is spicy and I didn't want to put any more. I think that's enough. We'll taste it and see. And then we're just going to put in, if I recall correctly, thyme. It just called for, I think, like a quarter teaspoon. I'm not going to put a lot. And then we'll stir this good. And then I'm going to put in some bay leaves. A few of those, just to give it that extra flavor. This is looking good. Just got to get hot again because it's no longer hot. So let me put a few bay leaves in here. Some big ones in there. Can't remember what it's called for. I'm doing this on the fly. I'm going to put 4 in it. Get them submerged down in there. Okay, so it's reduced a good bit, but it's still a little bit runny, but it's okay because my rice that I brought is very dry, so it's going to soak up in the rice really good. I think I'm going to cut the heat on it and cover it and just let it stand for a little while so the flavors can kind of blend. So the final product, there you go, on rice. Looks delicious. I can't wait to try it. We're on tent site number 1. These are really big campsites. I like this campground a whole lot. But this is our setup. Really nice big fire pit. They give you got a concrete table. We're fortunate we have water right over there next to the road, very close to us. Lots of big trees. That's a good and a bad. If there's no widow makers, it's a good, but good shade and protection from the wind. My screen room that survived Lake Murray is back in commission. I did make a repair on the corner. The big green Coleman that I haven't broke out in a while. I love that tent. That's a great tent, actually. The only negative about that tent is the little screen area in the front. It always collects water when it rains. If you're not on an angle, we don't really use it as a screen room. We just like use it as a covered entryway. We'll throw stuff in it just to keep it out of the weather. But everything gets wet in there, so it's really not effective.
And my line broke again.
Where's your fish? No fish? Huh? You broke it off? Nice t-shirt.
Everybody knows when the hurricane is back.
Feels good over here. I should bring my chair and just sit here. No fish, Tony? Andrew broke the line again?
Yeah.
It's hung again.
Wow.
It got hung.
Wild man caught a fish. Another shark.
Yeah, again. Oh, your line is here again.
Tony, Chris.
Let's put the big fish already.
Another small shark.
I think the critters like us or something. Everywhere we go, we see critters. I do believe the critters like us.
Yeah, the bats definitely like us. There's plenty of bats out here. Gosh, look at all of them. They're going to town. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this many bats in one place. Flying this low too. Buzzing our heads. I think they're gonna try to land on Chris's head over there. That's pretty cool.